Okay, so good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Good evening, sir.
All right. How are you all?
Fine, sir.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, great. Okay, so let me share my screen and we will start with quiz. Okay, whatever concept we have studied yesterday in last class, we will discuss that concept based on quiz. Okay, so that I will get idea how much do you remember. Okay, so let's start with quiz. Is it visible to all?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. Okay, so this is the third quiz of Python. So here first question is what makes Python a dynamically typed language? What's the correct option?
Variables can be changed type based on assigning value.
Okay, so variable data type can be changed based on value whatever we are assigning at the runtime. Okay, so this is a correct option. Variable can change type based on the assigned value. Okay, okay, so this one is correct. The next question is which of the following is not a mode of Python programming? We discussed about mode.
Debugging.
Okay,
Debugging.
so yesterday we have seen when we have download IDLE. So in IDLE when we open, so it opens in interactive mode. Okay, and if you want to write more than one line of code or you want to develop the software, then you will use scripting mode or programming mode. Both are same. And this debugging mode is not a part of what we can say. This is not a programming mode. Okay, what is the smallest individual unit in a Python program?
Keyword.
Keyword.
Okay, is it keyword? Are you guys sure?
Sir, identifier, I guess.
Identifier. Anyone else?
Token, sir.
Token. One student is saying token. So the correct answer is token. Token are what individual units of any program. Which keyword is not a Python keyword? Which keyword is not a Python keyword?
Field.
Yield.
Okay, yield is a keyword in Python. Uh, See, the correct answer is define. There is no define keyword in Python. Okay, so the correct answer is define. Okay, so how many keywords does Python have as per the version of 3.13.1?
35. 35.
Okay, so we have total
5, sir.
35 keywords we have seen in last class. Okay, next question is which of these is not a soft keyword in Python?
Class. Class.
Plus.
Class is not a soft keyword. Okay, match is a soft keyword, case is a soft keyword, underscore is a soft keyword, but class is not a soft keyword. Very nice. Okay, what is not allowed in Python variable name? Is it underscore,
Space.
digits?
Space.
Yes, sir. Space.
Okay,
Space.
so whenever we are creating a variable name, so you cannot like distinguish two names with space. So space is not allowed. Which of these naming convention is used for class name in Python? Class names in Python.
Pascal.
Okay, class name Pascal or Snake. Which one is correct? Pascal or camel case or title
Uh,
case? Pascal, Snake, camel, title. Which one is correct? Everyone, please.
Pascal, sir.
Okay, so whenever we declare a class, whenever we create a user-defined class, so means class first word alphabet must be capital, should be capital actually, and the another word, if we are combining two words, so another word first character should be capital, so that is known as Pascal case. Okay, all right. Which naming convention is used for function names?
Camel case.
Camel case.
Camel case.
Camel
Camel case means
case.
first alphabet of first word should be small, the second word first alphabet should be capital, so this is known as camel case. Correct. Next question is, which of the following is is an invalid identifier?
Dollar.
Sir,
Dollar
amount.
Okay,
Dollar amount.
okay, yes. So dollar we cannot use in order to write an identifier name. Okay. Python is case sensitive when it comes to identifier. Is it true or false?
Yes, sir. Yes, true.
Okay, it is
True, sir.
case sensitive. Means capital A and small a both are different meaning. Yes, that is correct. In Python, variable names can start with a digit.
No.
No. No, sir, it cannot.
False.
Okay, in Python,
False.
variable name can start with a digit. True or false?
False.
False. Okay, correct. Which of the following is a valid identifier?
Sir, variable underscore name. Sorry, variable underscore one.
Okay, variable underscore one. This is the valid. Okay, underscore is a symbol which is allowed in Python. What is the purpose of the import keyword command? Why we use import keyword?
To display Python list.
Anyone else?
Sir, to create or to declare the variables.
To create new keywords, to display a list of Python keywords, to declare variable, to check variable types. Which one is correct? Tell me once again.
To check variable types, sir.
To check. Okay. The correct option is to display. To display a list of Python keywords. Okay. See, this is what. See, line is changing, but this is complete command. Which is command? Import keyword. Import keyword is what a command. What is the purpose of the import keyword command? Okay, so the purpose of this to display a keyword, a list of Python keywords. Okay, because keywords are what? Reserved word, predefined words. Okay, next is Pascal case is used for defining function names in Python. Is it true or false?
False, sir.
False, sir.
False.
Okay, is it false? Correct. Okay, which keyword is used to define a function in Python?
Function key.
So in Python, whenever we create the function, we use here def keyword. Okay. In other languages, we use different keywords, but in Python, whenever we create a function, we use
Def.
def keyword. Right. Next, how do you access the list of Python soft keyword?
Keyword dot soft KW list.
Okay, keyword
In
dot. Okay, tell me the color. Which color is correct?
Blue.
Blue color option. What about others? Is it correct?
sir, I guess it should be red.
Okay, so see the correct option is keyword dot soft kw list. So this one is correct. It will display you the keywords,
Soft keywords.
soft keywords. It will show you. Okay, soft keywords means
Which can be used as identifiers also.
yeah, which can be used as an identifier. Okay, the underscore is the only special character allowed in Python identifiers. Is it true?
True, sir.
Okay, so means there is a only special symbol which is underscore we can use while writing the identifier name in Python. Okay, that is true. Next question is, which naming convention is commonly used for variable names?
Snake
Snake.
case. Snake case.
Yeah, snake
Snake
case.
is
So snake case we use. What's the mean of a snake case?
Using underscore between the
using
letters without
underscores.
using gap.
Okay, means we connect two words with the help of underscore. Right. Okay, the next question is, what will happen if you use space in an identifier?
It will show
Syntax error.
syntax error.
Okay, Python will raise a syntax error. Okay, that is correct. Okay, so today our score is 19 out of 20. Okay, not bad. Well played, guys. Means we have conceptual knowledge now. Means whatever we have discussed in last class, you guys know about that. Okay, that is good.
Yes, sir.
So today we have to discuss about data types. Okay, so Python data types are divided into three categories. One is scalar data type. Okay, it is divided into two category, basically scalar and collection data type. And collection data type further divided into three category. Okay, let me tell you. Let me just start my notepad. Okay. Okay, so Python is what? Dynamic. Python is dynamic. For example, if you will write here num1 is equals to 10. Okay, see, n is small, you can consider, but it is automatically converting into capital, so no issue. So if you will check the type of this num, so it will display what? Integer type, because 10 is what? Integer. But if you will write num1 is equals to abc, so now the num1 type will change. But in like other programming languages like C and C++, we need to define the type of the variable. But here we don't need to define the type of the variable. It automatically decide the type of the variable at runtime. Okay, so that's why we call Python is dynamic. So Python has data types. Okay, data types in Python. Okay, so what are the data types are there in Python? Like we have scalar data type. Okay, this is one category of data type. And second is what? Collection data type. What do you mean by scalar data type? Scalar data type means which which hold single value. Okay, what do you mean by collection data type? Collection data type means which hold
Group of value.
multiple value or group of value. Okay, multiple values or list of values. So this is how Python data types are divided. So if I talk about scalar data types. Okay, so what are the scalar data types are there in Python? Okay, so you guys, if you are listening this lecture, you can make your own notes if possible. Otherwise, you can go through with recording as well if you only want to listen. But the better thing is if you will note. Don't note everything whatever I am writing. Note only the thing which you are understanding, and try to make the minimal notes. Means very short notes. Okay, so that
Sir, we are
yes.
maintaining running notes kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Uh, like you are saying, you are maintaining.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, that is good. That is good for you. See, after learning the Python, when it comes to placement, when the companies visit and they will hire for Python profile, so you need to go through all the concept. Okay, so your brain will forget the things, you will forget the concept when we switch to the next technology. So it's better write your notes in your language, I mean in your handwriting. Okay, so you can easily understand the concept. If I will give you notes like this, if I will give you, so this is my written notes, this notes written by me, so it will not much valuable for you. Whatever you will write, that will be valuable for you. Okay, so let's come back. So we have okay, so we have here like scalar data types are which contain single value. So here we have integer data type, okay, float data type. See, first word is small, consider first word as small, right? And the third one is complex. Complex data type we have, and we have boolean data type, which we write bool in short. Okay, and after that we have none type. Okay, we have none type in Python. So these are what scalar data types in Python. Okay, and if we talk about collection data type, okay, second one is what collection data types. Collection data types in Python. So collection data types are divided into three categories. Okay, first is what sequence. Okay, first category is what sequence, and the second category is what second category is set, right? And the third category is mapping, right? So collection data types are divided into three parts, and this is one of the most important topic, collection data type. Okay, so let me tell you what are the collection data types are there. Okay, so collection data types in sequence, we have list. List is a sequence. Okay, after that tuple. Tuple is a data type which belongs to sequence, and sequence is ultimately what collection. So we can say list is a collection data type, or some people says list is a sequence data type, which is correct. So you should know what is the mean of collection, what is the mean of sequence, and what is list. Okay, we should know. We cannot say list is a scalar data type. Most of the student don't know what is scalar, what is collection, what is sequence. So we should know the things in little depth. Okay, then we have after tuple, we have sequence data type as a range. So range is one of the important data type of the sequence data type. We will study these all the data types in depth. Okay, in detail, in very much detail. We will learn each data type. Also, we will write so many programs on these data types. After range data type, we have another data type which is str. Str is what string. String is what collection of alphabets. Okay, it could be one or more than one, right? So string, in string we have categories, like we have alphabetical string. Okay, alphabetical string, we have numeric string. Okay, we can say alphanumeric. Okay, we can say alnum. Okay, alphanumeric string and numeric string. So these are the categories, but we don't need to remember right now this. And after string, we have another data type which is sequence data type. The name of the data type is what bytes. And after that, we have another data type which is bytes bytes array. Okay, so these are the data types. Right, these are what sequence data type: list, tuple, range, string, bytes, and bytes array. Okay, what about this set data types? So inside the set data type, we have set. Okay, set is a data type in Python. It is similar to your mathematics sets. And second data type is frozen set. Okay, frozen set. So these are what these two are set data type. Okay, and after that we have another data type, another category, which is mapping. So mapping is nothing but dictionary. Dictionary in Python is known as mapping data type. So mapping and set and sequence belongs to collection data type. Okay, if I ask you tuple belongs to which data type, so you can say tuple belongs to the sequence data type. If further I ask you sequence belongs to which data type, so you can say sequence belongs to collection data type. Okay, so how many data types are there in Python? How many total data types are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, and then 6, 7, okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13, and 14. So if interviewer asks you, how many total data types are there in Python. Okay, so I have seen to the students giving the reply of this question. They say if in Python we have data types like they are giving interview for Python developer role, and they say we have data types like integer, float, and we have a string data type, and we have list data type, tuple data type. They say like that. So how many data types? They say there are few data types like integer, float, string. But this is not the complete answer. This is not the correct way to explain. If you will explain in this way, so your interviewer will impress and he will know that you guys have good knowledge, depth knowledge. So the answer of this question is in Python. In Python, there are 14 data types. Okay, so in Python there are 14 data types, and you can start explaining this, and you can start explaining these all data types. Understanding, guys? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, yes.
All right, very nice. Okay, so let me show you now. Let's come back to our slides. Okay, so we have category of our Python data types are divided into two category. One is scalar data type and collection data type. Okay, so these are what? These are what? These are scalar data types. Okay, like integer, float, boolean, none type, right? Okay, data types and literal. Collection data types are used to allocate memory for more than one value. Okay, collection which holds more than one values. Okay, okay, as you can see here, you can take the screenshot of this so that you can make your notes later, right? Okay, so there are how many data types? There are 14 data types in Python. We can say 14 standard data types are there in Python. Okay, what is the mean of literal? What's the mean of literal? Literals are values which never change. Okay, literals are what? Values which never change. Python literals are classified into two categories, numeric and non-numeric. So numeric are what? Integer, float, complex. These are what? Numeric. And non-numeric is what? String, none, and boolean. These are what? Non-numeric. Okay, note. Python is what? Pure object-oriented programming language. Every data type in Python is a class, and data is what? Represented as what? Object. Okay, so let me show you what is the mean of this line actually. Okay, so let me open ideally now. Okay, so if I'm writing here num1 is equals to 100, so if I check the type, if I write here print type of what? Type of num1. So what is the type of num? So this will be what? Integer type, because we are assigning integer literal to the num variable. So the type of this will be integer. So integer is belonging to a class or not? So can we say this integer is a class? So what's the mean of this slide? Python is pure object oriented programming language. Every data type in Python is class, and data is represented as object. So we can say num1. Num1 is an object of integer class. Okay, num1 is what? Object. We can say this is variable, but the more suitable name for num1 is what? object. This is an object of integer class. Okay, if I replace it like abc, so now it belongs to which class? If I write if I write here print and type num1, so now it will belongs to the string class. So we can say now num1 is what? Object of string class. Okay, num1 is what? Object of which class?
String class.
Okay, so it is the object of string class. Okay, so if I write here num1 is equals to like if I'm writing here true, and if I write here print type, okay, type num1, so now the num1 will be the type of boolean. Okay, so we can say this num1 object is num1 is an object of boolean class. Okay, so there is one more literal we can assign, which is complex. 2 plus 5j. Okay, so whenever we write complex number, so we in mathematics we write here I for imaginary part. Okay, a complex number which has real part and imaginary part. So in python, j represent to the imaginary part. Okay, so this is what? This is complex value, and we are assigning this complex value to our num1. So let's check the type of num1 now. So it will belongs to the complex. Now it is belonging to the complex data type, right? So if I write here num1 is equals to 10.6, okay, and if I check the type, okay, num1,
Float.
yeah, so now it is what? Float data type. Okay, so if I write here num1, and this time I'm writing what? Like I'm writing here false. So can anyone tell me what is the type of num1?
String. Boolean.
Boolean or string? Which one is correct?
String. String.
Okay, it is what? String. So see, whatever you will write in single quote or double quote, Python will treat. Even you can use triple quote, triple single quote, and triple double quote as well. So Python will treat such values, such literals as string. Okay, so this is what? Single quote. That's why it is considering as string. Okay, so if you will not write single quotes, then it will be boolean. Okay, type of we can say num1. So now it is boolean. Okay, so if I'm writing here num1 and I'm creating kind of list 20 30, so this is what? This num1 is what? Collection type. Now the num1 is,
List.
sorry, come
Will be
again.
list, sir.
Yeah,
It will be list.
yeah, this is what? List. Okay, this is the object of which class? This will be the object of which class? This is the object of list class. Okay.
Sequence.
Right, this is a sequence, and inside the sequence, okay, this is a sequence is the part of collection, and in sequence this is what? List data type. Okay, all right. So if you will write here parenthesis, okay, and you will write 10 comma 20 comma 30, so now if you will print it,
Tuple.
so it will be tuple object. Okay, it will belongs to the tuple class. Okay, so if I will write here num1, and if I use here curly braces, right, and I'm writing here 10 20 and 30, so it will belongs to which class? Now it is belonging to which class?
Range.
It will belongs to the set. Okay, it will belong to the set. Let's see, it is belonging to the set. Okay, so for example, if I'm writing here num1 is equals to, I'm just using curly braces, right, and if I print type, okay, and I want to print the type of num1, so now num1 is what type? Can anyone tell me?
String or
None type.
See, we
non type.
created here what? Here we created a sequence using what? Okay, not the sequence. We have created one collection here using curly braces. And what's the type of this collection? The set. Okay, and here I'm using curly braces, but I'm not giving any value. So what will be the type of number? Let's see. So it is what? Dictionary. It is what? Dictionary. Okay, so for example, I'm writing here num1 10, and I want to print type. Okay, type of what? I want to print type of num1. Okay, can anyone tell me what it will print? What data type it will print?
Integer.
It will print. It,
Integer, sir.
it will print integer. Okay, let's check what it is printing actually. It is printing what? Tuple. Why it is printing tuple? Why it is printing
Okay,
tuple?
curved braces. Curved braces. Yeah.
What is there? See, because this is no, so whenever you will write, you are writing what? Literal. You are writing integer literal, but you are ending it by comma. If you are ending it by comma, so whenever we create tuple, we have created tuple now. So whenever we create tuple, we separate the values from comma with comma. So here we didn't assign parenthesis, but we separated this value with comma. So that's the reason it is considering it as tuple. This data type is the category of tuple now, means this is a sequence data type under the sequence. Okay, this is a collection. Under the collection, this is what? Sequence type. Okay, so let's see now. Num1, I am writing what? Num1, and I am writing 1 is okay, 1 is 1000, 2 is 2000, 3 is 3000. Okay, now if I print type of num1, so now what's the type of num1? Now the type of num1 will be dictionary. Why? Because in dictionary we store values in the form of key and value. Okay, dictionary and set both has curly braces. See, this is what? Curly braces, and this is a type is what? Type is set. Here also curly braces we are using. So the type of this will be dictionary. But the difference is there is no keys available in set. Whenever you will write set data type, no keys you will use. But whenever you will write dictionary data type, so it will use key. Okay, key and value pair. This is the key. One is the key, and 1000 is what? Value. 1000 is the value of what? Of key one, right?
One.
Getting. But if you will use empty, see both set. Okay, num1. See, curly braces means it can be dictionary, it can be set. Okay, but if you are right, if you are not giving any value, so PVM will consider it by default dictionary. Okay, but if you want, like, it should consider as set, so at least you need to give one value here, right? So if you will give one value, and if you will write here print, okay, type, and if you will write here num1, so it will display what? Set. But if you will write without values, and if you will print it, okay, with type, if you will check the type of num1, so now it will become dictionary,
Dictionary.
right? Hope you are understanding. Okay, so let me tell you one more thing. Just give me a minute. Okay, so let's see now. There is one global attribute here which is id, or we can say this is a global method which is id. So what is the use of id here? So let's understand. Whenever you are creating a variable, whenever you are creating a variable and you are assigning here what 100, and you are creating another variable and you are assigning same value. Okay, so if you will check the address of this, you can say this is the address of a, or you can say we can say id of a. Let me tell you like how it will store in memory graphically. Okay, so we are writing a is equals to 100 and b is equals to 100, right? So one, okay, a will occupy some space and b will also occupy some space. Okay, so like this is what a. Okay, so the address of a, suppose the address of a is what 1000, and this is b, the address of b is what 2000. Okay, just let me write some different values. So suppose a has 15 and b has 20. So the address of a is 1000 and the address of b is what 2000. I'm just assuming it. I'm assuming it. The address taken by a in the memory, the address of a is what 1000 and the address of b is 2000. So a is containing one value which is what 15. Okay, and this is what, can we say this is integer object? Integer object. Can we say a is what integer object?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so b is containing 20. Okay, this is also what integer object, and address of b is 2000. So how we can display this address? How we can display the address? We know how to display the values. We can display the values. How we can display the addresses? So in order to display the addresses, we have id. Whatever variables you will create, it will get unique id in the memory. Okay, so let's see how it will work. Okay, so let me reopen id. Okay, so for example here I am creating a is equals to what 15 and b is equals to 20. So if I print here id of a, okay, so it will not be 1000 is a number I assumed, but it will return the id, the actual id which is given to a by the pvm. So it is returning this id. Okay, this id it is returning. Okay, so if I will print b, if I will print id of b, so it will print the different id or same id? Will it print different id or same id?
Different ID.
Different
Different.
id, because here we have seen two objects, object a and object b, both has different values and different ids. This is the id of a, this is the id of b, right? So here it should display the different id. So it is both are displaying different id. It is ending with 40, it is ending with 00, right? So whenever, now try to understand one concept here, what I'm trying to understand you. So for example, if you are writing here 20 and 20, a containing 20 and b containing 20, so whenever you will write the same value, so one integer object will create. Okay, one integer object will create because it containing what integer data. So integer object will create. So a will follow this memory location and b will also follow the same memory location. Suppose I'm assuming the id of this memory location is what 1000. Okay, so if both are referring to the same memory location, so when I check the id of a, it should display 1000, and when I check the id of b, it should display the same id. Then only we can say for a and for b it has created same object. Okay, one object referring by two different objects. Okay, so whenever you create variables and you keep if you keep same data in the variable, so Python PVM does not create different memory block for the same value. What it do, it create one block and assign the same ID to the respective objects. Okay, so let's see. So for example, I'm writing here a is equals to what, 20, and b is equals to what, 20. So if I will check the id of a, if I check the id of a, so what it will print, it will print id of a is this. Okay, this is the id of a. If I will check id of b, will it print same or different? Will it print same or different? It will print the same id. It will print the same id for what, for b as well. Means one object is created and the same object referred by a and same object is referred by b. So that's the reason id of a and b both are same. If I'm creating a variable called a equals to like 14 and b is equals to 20, so here this time data is different. This time is what, data is different, 14 and 20. So this time data is different means single object cannot refer by both. Okay, so if values are different means it will create two objects. Okay, one will keep 14 and another one will keep 20. Suppose there is another variable which is containing 14. So here a and c will follow the same memory, but b individually will refer to the different memory. Suppose the address id of this is 1000 and id is what, id of this is 2000. So if you will check the id of a and b, it will display this, but b will display this id. Are you guys understanding? So this time the id will be different because both containing different literal part, both are containing different values. Okay, I printed mistakenly a. Okay, so we should print here b. So if we will print b, so you can clearly see a id is this and b id is this. Okay, if I create the c and I'm assigning 14 here, so 14 a value is same and c value is also same. So if you will check the id of, if you will check the id of a is containing 14, so id of a will be same as id of c. Getting? So this is how Python does automatic memory management. Okay, so whenever it require, whenever we are using like whenever we are creating the same object with same values, so it does not create different memory block for the same values. Understanding, everyone?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's the time now? It's okay. So let's discuss some other concept. Okay, so note, there is one note. Python is dynamically typed programming language. Variables are not bind with specific data type. Okay, variables are not bind with specific data type. So here, see, this a and this b is what, variable. Okay, you can assign any value, any value. It is not restricted to integer. It is not like you will assign only integer, but after integer you can assign different type of data in it. So we can say it is not bind with type of the variable. Okay, it is not depend. Python is a dynamic typed programming language. Variables are not bind with specific data type, or variable are not declared with any data type. Okay, we don't need any variable declaration here with data type, and we can change the type of the data at the runtime. Okay, statically type. So whenever you work with statically typed programming language, you need to mention the type of the variable. So a is what variable, and we are mentioning the data type. So data type mentioned means a will always hold which value? Integer value, right? It cannot hold the float value. But here, if you are using dynamic typed programming language, here you can assign 10 and later you can assign float value as well, which is 1.5, right? This also you can do. Okay, what is a variable? Variable is an identifier which is used to identify value or object. Okay, variable is named memory location. Okay, so this box is what? Memory location, and this box has one id. What is the id? Suppose 1000. This box id is what? 2000. What is the name of this block? What is the name of this block? So the name of this block is what? A. The name of this memory block is what? C, we can say. And the memory block, the name of this memory block is what? B. So we can say variables are used to identify the objects, or we can say variable is named memory location. Variables are what? Name of memory location. Okay, so integer data type we have. Int data type, we discussed this, right? Integer, we already know what is integer. Okay, this is also we have discussed. All scalar data types are what? Immutable. Immutable means you cannot change the value of immutable, right? You cannot change the value of immutable. After creating object, value cannot modify, or after creating object, changes cannot be done. What's the mean of immutable and mutable here? So immutable means which will not change. Okay, so for example, I'm creating here one list. Let me tell you about, okay, mutable. Mutable means mutable. Mutable means changeable. Are you guys listening attentively? Please give a confirmation.
Yes, sir.
All right, are you listening now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So mutable means here changes, changeable. For example, I'm creating here one list. Okay, I'm creating list what? Okay, I'm creating L1 list here, and here I'm writing what? 10, 20 and 30. So once you created the list, you can change in the list. Okay, I want to do some changes. I want to add one more value in this list. So what can I do? I will write here L1 dot append, and here I will write 40. So once it is created, later you can do the changes. Changes are possible. So if you will print L1, so it will display what? Updated list. It is displaying what? Updated list means whatever changes we have done, it is updated into what? Original list. So we can say mutable. This is what? Mutable. So we can say list is what? Mutable. Okay, so for example, I'm creating here one string. Okay, a string, suppose I'm creating s. S is equals to what? I'm writing here hello. S is equals to hello, I'm writing, and after that I am applying on s one operation which is upper. I'm writing what? Upper. So upper is used to convert string alphabets into capital. Okay, so I'm, okay, it is executing here only. Okay, so I applied this operation, so it should change here also. When I will print s, so it should display in capital case. So let me print s. So it is still displaying in what? A small case. You might be confused by while seeing this because I'm using interactive mode. So let me go to the programmable mode so you can understand it better. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here, for example, I have created S here and I'm writing here, this is evening. Okay, let me write everything is small. This is evening batch. Okay, and after that I'm trying to convert this into capital. So in order to convert it capital, okay, we can use upper method. Okay, this is what comment I'm writing. This is ignorable by compiler. For our understanding, I'm writing this. So how you can convert it into what? Uppercase. There is a upper method. This upper method we can follow. So s dot upper. Okay, so this upper should convert this string into what? Capital. So if I will print here, s, so what will happen? See, we are understanding what? Immutable. Immutable means not changeable. Immutable means not changeable, which cannot be changed. Okay, not changeable. So if you will modify it, we are modifying the value of this by converting it into what? Uppercase. Okay, this line is responsible to convert it into uppercase. So will it able to convert it or not? Let's see. If it is
No.
immutable, it should not convert it. If it is mutable, means it should convert it. So string is what? Immutable. Example of immutable. So it should not convert it. So see, our string is same. Our string is same after applying the operation. After applying the operation. But here, if you will print this operation, so at this moment, at this line, you can see the changes. But you cannot see the changes in original string. Okay, whatever changes you are doing, you can display that changes. But this changes will not affect by the original line, original variable, because original variable is what? String, and string is what? Immutable. So original will not change. Okay, so this is what we can say, printing original data. Okay, so see, so this is converting due to this line. Okay, but after that when we are printing s, so our data is same. So we can say immutable is not changeable. Getting everyone? Any doubt?
No, sir, no
Sir,
doubt.
All right.
once again, can you explain?
Yes, what I'm saying here is string is what? Immutable. String is immutable means we cannot modify it. Once it written, it will not modify. Okay, so for example, I'm writing here one operation. This operation is responsible to convert our string into upper. So after applying this l- operation, our s string should convert into capital. But when you will execute it, it will not convert into capital. It is same. But after applying this operation, if you will create another variable, like operation variable I have created. So whenever you are performing any operation or immutable data, so it will create another object. So see, if you will print operations, okay, so it will display the string into capital, but original string will not change. So if I will print here, uh, printing duplicate, or we can say printing copy of string object, string object. This operation is what? Operation is a variable which is a copy of string object which is containing the upper string. Okay, but same string, but original string will not, original string will not change. So if I will print here operation string, okay, operation string, so it will display what? Uppercase, but on original string which is s, it will not display capital. Okay, so original string is what? Same. The duplicate is what? Copy of the string is changed. We can display one message here also, original. Okay, it could be a confusing, but if you will try to understand it slowly, you will copy string. Okay, and this is what original string. Okay, see, so if I will run this code, so it is showing. So original string is what same, and the copy string is what changed. Now clear,
Yes, sir.
right? Whatever operation you will write, there are other operation also. For example, I am writing here s dot title. Okay, s dot title case is also there. Okay, I'm converting into what title. So will it work? See, it is not displaying anything, it is not displaying title case. So whatever operation you made, you need to store into another object, because it will not, this operation will not reflect to the same object. That's the reason we need another object. Okay, object, we can say str object 2. Okay, so this str object 2 will, or we can say simply, we can simply write obj2. So this obj2 will refer modified string, but original string will not modify. So title case means each word first alphabet convert into capital. So printing title case object. Okay, so print, what we have to print, title case. Okay, so title case object name is what, object2. Okay, this is what object2. So let me execute it. See, whatever changes we have done, two operation. One is upper operation and another one is title operation. But our original string is still same. Whatever operation we done, we are printing that operation. So at the time of printing that operation, it is applying. Operation is applying. But is it applying to the same original string or not? Is it applying to original string or not? It is not applying on original string. So whenever you will print s, no matter how many time you are printing, no matter how many time you are printing, s will be same. No matter how many operations you are applying, s will be same. Okay, it will not change the original message. Your original message will be same, right? Getting everyone?
Yes, yes.
All right, fine. Okay, how to find id or address of an object? So we can use id function. Okay, there is a global function which we can use. Okay, every object in memory is identified with unique number called id or address. This id or address is generated by pvm. Address of object is find using id function, right? Okay, so we have discussed examples as well. Okay, okay, so that's all for today. Tomorrow we will discuss base conversion function. What are the base conversion function? We will discuss. Okay, what is the base of integers numbers, octal number, and uh, hexadecimal numbers? So we will discuss. Okay, this topic we will discuss in next class. All right, so anyone have? Internet disconnected. Okay, so internet is not working, so that's all for today, guys. Okay, so you can, if you are seeing in recording, so we ended class here only, and whatever concept I explained here, you can see in recording, and in the next class we will discuss base conversion functions. All right, so thank you everyone for joining, for listening. Okay, unfortunately I disconnected with internet, so we have discussed so many things, but tomorrow we will continue with base conversion function. So thank you everyone for giving your time.